clad in orange and white. Mance and Hamilton back deep for the Tigers. It's out of bounds, and Clemson will start off on its own 35-yard line. Woody Dantzler, 5'11", 205 pounds, a graduate student. Last week passing the ball, 23 of 27 for 333 yards. Tough to follow up that kind of performance. Here's the skill piece people along with him: Zachary, Hamilton, Robinson, Curry, and McElvey.
These guys have made Woody Dantzler better, believe it or not. They can all do damage when they get the ball in their hands.
First down and 10 from the 35. Dantzler completing 69% of his passes coming into this game. More than just a running quarterback. Hands it off to Zachary on 1st and 10. And Zachary is stopped up right at the line of scrimmage by number 30, David Thornton. Up front for Clemson, quickness is at a premium. Lots of experience up front. Smith, Watkins, Young, Merritt, and Bird.
Smith versus Peppers. That's a big matchup in the trenches today.
Going up against this defensive front, Peppers, number 49. Keep an eye on him. It'll be second down, about 10 to go. Dantzler rolling out. And he fires high, intended for Hamilton. It'll be 3rd down and 10. That secondary is going to be stretched and tested today by this spread offense. Here's a look at the linebackers: Perry, Monk, and Thornton.
Thornton, a former walk-on, leads the Tar Heels in tackles. Very active player.
And the secondary, Hood and Waddell on the corners, Greenwood and Reed the safeties.
Reed and Waddell are the leaders back there. Waddell being the best cover man.
3rd down and 10 for Clemson on its first possession of the ball game. Dantzler escapes. Tiptoes out of bounds right near the 1st down marker. That's the kind of magic and escapability you can expect to see all afternoon from Woody Dantzler.
You know, a lot of teams in the ACC say that Woody Dantzler is the hardest guy in the ACC to tackle. Take a look here. He'll escape Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers has him in the clutches, but no. You'll see David Thornton come in with an angle from his linebacker position. No. Woody said, no, I will get the 1st down because I want the 1st down.
By the length of the ball, he gets the 1st down for the Tigers. 4 receivers out on this formation. Dantzler has a man and overthrows him, and almost picked off that time by Errol Hood.
They're going to go up top there, and Errol Hood had a chance to make a play for North Carolina. And if you're North Carolina defense, what you want to do is get a turnover early in this ball game to take this crowd out of it. Woody Dantzler right now, to me, is overthrowing the football a little bit.
Tommy Bowden, the head coach of Clemson in his 3rd season, 19 and 10 coming in, hasn't lost to Carolina. Says that no team in this conference can expect to win the title with 2 losses. Each team has 1 already coming in. Pass complete. McElvey at the 46-yard line. Robinson making the catch. Let's go to Reese in the studio.
All right, Mark, Iowa and Indiana in the Big Ten, and the Hawkeyes certainly needing to win this one to push forward toward bowl eligibility. Kyle McCann to Khalil Hill. Watch this tightrope job along the sideline. 75 yards is 7-0.
Back here, Zachary gets the 1st down at the 43-yard line, brought down by Billy D. Greenwood, the strong safety. Zachary is 6 foot, 200-pound senior, the 2nd leading receiver on the team. Valuable as a runner and a receiver, Chris.
Yeah, he does a lot of things for this football team, and one of the things that goes unnoticed, he's also a good pass protector. In this offense, your running back needs to block.
Trips right formation, 3 receivers out to the right. There's that little counter play they like to run with Dantzler. And he picks up another 1st down at the Carolina 30 before Greenwood runs him out of bounds.
Mark, one of the things said about the spread offense, that is a 1-back offense. Yes, that's true, except if you're Clemson, because with Woody Dantzler, it becomes a 2-back offense, and he's a tailback. You see right here, watch the guard pull right around. It's a good fake. Here comes the big offensive tackle on a pull in there. Woody Dantzler being patient, has vision, and able to even break tackles and get to the sidelines. Avoid the hit. You need to avoid the hit if you're Woody Dantzler. You don't want to take too much punishment.
Like having an extra running back on the field, as you said. 1st down and 10. Carolina coming with pressure and a blitz. And they rock Dantzler back to the 32-yard line. Dexter Reed, the free safety, making the hit on Dantzler. The free safety blitzing on the play and getting to the quarterback.
Well, Coach Scott, the offensive coordinator, said one of the things they're trying to do is be a pocket passing team. Well, they're not a pocket passing team. He's most effective rolling out. Right there, he didn't recognize the blitz by Reed and did not get rid of the football. That was a good call by John Tanu, the defensive coordinator. Nice tackle, face right through the chest.
Wrapped him up nicely. 2nd down and 13. Dantzler hands it off to Rembert, who's sacked, and he'll lose about 3 yards. Quincy Monk, middle linebacker, making the tackle on the play. It'll be 3rd down and long. Bunting, meanwhile, the head coach in his first season, coaching at his alma mater, he says, one of the thrills of his life so far.
It's a great situation for him to go back to North Carolina and coach where he performed as a linebacker and also a very good pro football player.
10th play of the drive for Clemson. 3rd down and 16. Dantzler has time and now is sacked by guess who? Julius Peppers. His 9th sack of the season.
You see Julius Peppers working on Akil Smith. Right here, Julius Peppers and Akil Smith. Now he's getting all the ball he can get. See how close he's lined up on the ball? Now this is not actually a bad job by Akil Smith, but Julius Peppers has the presence to come back inside, defeat the blocker, and wrap Woody Dantzler up. That's what you need to do. You need to wrap him, get both paws on him, and bring him down.
Wincott punting from just inside Carolina side of midfield. And Clemson will down this one at about the 6-yard line. But you can bet the number 49 is going to have a say in the outcome of the rest of this game. We'll be back in a bit. Back for Carolina. Hands it off to Andre Williams, who's coming off a career week last week against Virginia. Hafley making the tackle. Quarterback Ronald Curry has 5 interceptions against just 3 touchdowns so far passing this year, but the coaches say he has been improving week by week. A look at the skill people behind him. Williams, Borders getting the start today in place of Bailey. Hedgecock, Hilton, Borders, and Allen.
Williams needs to be a factor for North Carolina to be a factor.
2nd down and 8. Little bootleg action by Curry, and he fires high. It's incomplete. Intended for Chesley Borders. Look at the offensive line, and one word for you on this group: youth. Woofter, Wilson, Metz, Terry, and McNeil up front.
Yeah, that's an inexperienced group. In order for North Carolina to get anything done offensively, they got to pass protect well today.
Going against this defensive front: McNeil, Eason, Bush, and Vaughn.
Eason and Bush, the 2 bookends in there. Tough guys in the middle.
And McNeil with a motor that goes 100 miles per hour. It's 3rd down and 8. Clemson coming on a blitz. And Curry fires incomplete. And the Tar Heels will have to punt on their first possession. Take a look at the linebackers for the Tigers. Rodney Thomas, Chad Carson, and John Leake, a heck of an athlete.
Yeah, he is the athlete, Mark. He's also the leading tackler.
And look at the secondary that's been hurt by injuries as well as some defections. Just 1 returning starter.
Yeah, Hafley's the guy back there that quarterbacks the defense. Lines him up. Gets him ready to play.
John Lafferty punting, averaging 40.2 yards per. Nice punt from out his own end zone. Reams brought down near midfield, a 48-yard punt. And Woody Dantzler coming back out for his 2nd offensive series of the game. He's going to have to deal with that pressure coming from Peppers.
Right here. There he comes.
There's that little counter again, comes back the other way, and Dantzler with a 1st down and then some down to the Carolina 36-yard line.
They want to get everybody running to the right on the defensive side of the ball, and it's a designed cutback. That's not Woody Dantzler just cutting back with his great vision, but that was a design cutback, basically a quarterback draw, but you want to get the defense to over-pursue.
Dantzler holds 19 different school records at Clemson. First down and 10 from the Carolina 36.
They like to run the ball with Zachary when he's behind Dantzler, and Woody takes it from center, direct snap from center. He's looking to the coach to see what the call is. There you go.
Comes over and wants to talk it over the brain trust on the sidelines, Tommy Bowden.
Yeah, that's one of the things they do with that no-huddle offense. He'll get the call in, then he'll recheck to see if that's the play the coaches want to run. That time they didn't, they timeout.
A little bit of static in between the signals on both. And out some Heisman paraphernalia too, the promotional concept. First down and 10. Dantzler dancing his way back to the line of scrimmage. Will Chapman, 6'4", 270 pounds sophomore, making the stop on the play.
Will Chapman did a nice job of defeating the blocker, then securing the tackle on a very difficult target in Woody Dantzler.
Former walk-on, was awarded a scholarship before the start of the season. His father, Bill, lettered at North Carolina, was a teammate of Bunting's, actually, the head coach in Lexington, Kentucky.
Always helps to have a little family tie in there, Mark.
Oh, no doubt. Second down and 11. Spread formation incomplete. Just off the mark, intended for Roscoe Crosby.
Mark, that was more than a spread formation. They had 3 receivers out way out to the numbers on one side, 3 out to the numbers on the other side. The reason why, so you only have 3 offensive linemen. Those are 2 tackles in there. The reason why is you want to create a mismatch. They had a mismatch where they wanted. Woody had the guy open on what I call a skinny post and could not convert. He had his man beat deep.
That spread offense. Boy, you see some funky formations, don't you? Third down and 11 now. Dantzler a little bit off the mark passing the ball today. They try to run the screen, and that one was blown up right from the beginning. Zachary, the intended receiver, Will Chapman providing the pressure on Dantzler. That'll be fourth down.
Yeah, it was doomed from the beginning. It never had time to get set up. And one thing with the screen, you need to hold the pressure off a little bit longer. Then you want to let him go. But the screen never got set up, and if it would have been caught, there were 5 defensive blue helmets running to the football. It would have been no gain anyway. Woody made a good decision to throw that ball away.
Fourth down, and Wynn Kopp in for his second punt. His first one traveling 31 yards, but they were able to down it inside the 10-yard line. They'll try for the same result here. So carrying a little bit far, 37 yards, and we're going to punt it back to Reese in the studio.
All right, Mark, BC and Pittsburgh. This is Raymond Kirkley. He's going to get loose for 58 yards. It'll set up a Rutherford touchdown run to make it 7-0 Pittsburgh. But just seconds ago, Boston College has scored a touchdown. They're about to attempt the extra point. It's 7-6 up to the second.
All right, Reese. Boy, Chris, Pittsburgh, one of what I think the true disappointments this year in the Big East.
Yeah, they are. They were expecting big things. Walt Harris, new stadium to play in, new facilities. They'll get it going.
Ronald Curry still in at quarterback. This is his second series for Carolina.
Watch your fullback is telling the tailback which way to go.
They hand it off to Andre Williams. Tackled by Thomas on the play. Williams got the starting job 4 games ago and has produced, especially last week. Rushed for 147 yards against Virginia, which was a career high.
Well, he needs to be a factor, like we said today. And as a young offensive lineman, their running game has been slow to come around. But for both Curry and Durant throwing the football, North Carolina is a team that needs to run it because a lot of things are set up off of play action.
Second down and 9. And Curry can run too. Did we forget to mention that Dantzler's not the only quarterback on the field that can make a little magic happen when the pocket breaks down. Hafley making the stop on the play, but a pickup of 19 yards, Chris.
Again, this is vision by Curry. What he sees is man-to-man coverage. You see your middle linebacker getting out of there. There's nobody in the middle to patrol. He sees a big hole, and it's man-to-man coverage. You can run all day. That's good recognition by a quarterback. Woody Dantzler will do the same thing. Curry will do the same thing, because when you're a man, the defense has their backs turned to the quarterback. They can't see him.
First down and 10 at the 40. Williams stopped up right at the line of scrimmage by a plethora of orange jerseys, led by Javon Bush, the 6'5" senior. And a flag down right near midfield, a late one.
You got to keep your composure. Let's see what we have.
This one against the Tigers. Robert Wood, our official today. Carolina with 4 consecutive wins. After that Texas loss, Coach Bunting and some of the seniors on this team were able to air things out in the locker room and on the practice field, and that literally has turned their season around.
Well, it has, Mark, and that's good that you can have a relationship with your players. Hey, this is what's wrong. Here's what we do to fix it. Now, they had 3 tough games. I mean, you're talking about Oklahoma, Texas, and Maryland. It's a credit to them that they've been come back to win 4 in a row into his leadership.
The seniors, he says, have done a great job in keeping the ship from sinking. Curry, one of those seniors, complete underneath. And a big play, big game by Sam Aiken. All the way down to the 10-yard line. He was working on Ryan Hemby. A 35-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, the other thing that happens here is they run the spread offense. So what you do, you put a linebacker on a receiver. Guess who wins that matchup? All day. You look for that. You see Aiken, linebacker, tries to overrun him. You can't. You never give up the inside of man-to-man coverage. You can't put a linebacker on the receiver. Look for Clemson to counter with a nickel defense. You can't put the linebacker in that position. It's not fair.
Down to the 4-yard line is Andre Williams. Nice hole running over Wilson and Woofter up front.
I like how Andre Williams gets his shoulders downfield, hits the hole. One cut and hit it.
Williams described as a bruising tailback with a little bit of wiggle to him. He can make you miss. Number 34 on 2nd down and goal. Bouncing it outside. Williams, touchdown, North Carolina.
It's a nice job by Williams reading the blocking schemes, and what they did was they brought a tight end in motion. You bring a tight end, Zach Hilton comes in motion, and he's got a matchup with a cornerback. Now he's going to win that battle, especially down on the goal line. A quarterback cannot match up with a tight end as far as defeating a block. It was a good, well-executed call. It was man-to-man coverage. Again, they found it and exploited it.
Ronald Curry marching that Carolina offense 80 yards down the field. Andre Williams capping it with a touchdown run, and North Carolina leads Clemson 7-0. Carolina has lost the last 2 games against their rivals from Clemson, but getting off to a good start today. Williams with a 4-yard touchdown run. Williams, one of just a few freshmen to get valuable playing time last year. Only 4 freshmen played last year, and that's helped him so far this season.
He's getting better as the games go on. Mark, one of the things that Carolina did was they gave Clemson a little bit of their own medicine and went a little bit of spread offense that series.
Let's check in with Holly.
Guys, something to point out, Clemson is missing one of their starting cornerbacks today. Brian Mance had a family tragedy strike when his older brother was killed driving home from the North Carolina State game last week. He has gone home to attend the funeral, and he is at home with his family in South Carolina this afternoon. That already leaves a thin secondary reeling today against North Carolina.
That defense reeling on that series as well, Holly.
It's a difficult situation, but what do you do? Line up and play. Honor your teammate by playing hard.
Hamilton and Reams back deep for Clemson, who trails 7-0. Hamilton, number 21, one of the top freshmen in the ACC this year.
Returned 8 kicks as a high school senior. They said he got 16, but 8 of them got called back.
Little holding thing happening. He was injured last year. Didn't play much and takes the knee. And Clemson will start off on its own 20-yard line. Right now, let's go to the studio and Reese.
All right, Mark, Wisconsin and Illinois, for some inexplicable reason, the Badgers have been better on the road than at home. Down 3-0. Brooks Bollinger slips through there, and Dantzler-esque almost. 25 yards, 7-3, Wisconsin on top, and Iowa is pushed ahead of Indiana 14-7. It looks as if we're going to have a shootout there.
Cam Cameron's team could really use some help. Dazzler 1 of 5 passing for just 9 yards. Off to a inauspicious beginning here today. First down and 10 for Clemson. Completes his second pass. This one to Aries Curry. And a flag on the play at the 22.
Dead ball, personal foul on the defense, 15-yard penalty, and a first down.
You can't give Woody Dansler an extra 15 yards. Carolina's defense has been strong, though, getting pressure on Woody Dansler.
First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Make the handoff to Zachary. Flag down. Dansler down at the 42-yard line. Brought down by David Thornton, the weak side linebacker.
They come with the umpire throwing the flag. That's the initial holding. And watching film of Clemson yesterday in this offense, you take a look at their linemen. They will take you to the play. Whoever's pulling, don't look at the back. Look at the linemen. They will take you to the play because they'll pull, and that's the direction either Woody's going to roll out or he's going to run the counter.
That offensive line, nary a 300-pounder up front. The premium put on mobility instead of size. Function of that spread offense and all the things that they do up front too.
Yes, plus they have to be in shape, Mark. They run all day. They never get in a huddle. They never get in a break.
They do have their share of knockdowns, though.
KOs. 68 at Georgia Tech.
That's more pancakes than IHOP, huh? First down and 21 as they push the ball back near the 26-yard line for Clemson. Still have a couple of matters being discussed down in the field by the officials. Interesting that Tommy Bowden said that he hasn't had or can't remember ever having a 300-pounder up front on his offensive line.
You got to be mobile. Like I said, they like to do a lot of pulling. You got to be able to run to play offensive line for Clemson.
First and 21. Into traffic, incomplete at the 42.
That time Carolina got pressure with 4 men, and I'll tell you what, if they can get pressure with 4 men on Woody Dansler, it's going to force him into make some bad decisions.
They've had pressure on him a lot today.
There you see, coming off of the safety blitz, Mark the middle linebacker staying home, making a play, and Julius Peppers recognizing the step up by Woody Dansler and getting a sack.
Second down and 21. Zachary on the handoff. He gets some of that yardage back out to the 35. He'll set up third down and about 12 to go. Reed making the tackle on the play for North Carolina. As we said before, Zachary more of a receiver than actually a running back.
This is a situation that North Carolina loves to be in. And you got a 3rd and 13. You know, you have a variety of things you can do defensively. You can play a soft zone, make them throw it underneath and tackle, or you can come with pressure and force a hot throw and get them down before they get to the sticks.
They converted on half of their third down so far today. Dansler going to take matters into his own hands. And he won't get it done. Brought down to the 36-yard line by Kevin Knight. So the Carolina defense making an early statement here in the first period. Flag down on the play. Well, this one will go against Carolina. But so far, John Bunting's defense seems to have a good read on Clemson's offense.
They're doing a good job of staying home. That time they dropped 5 underneath, played 2 over the top. And Woody takes
illegal participation on the defense. It's 15 yards from the previous spot. Results in a first down.
A costly penalty against Bunting's crew. And it's a first down for the Tigers.
That's a mental error. And again, you don't want to give this offense. It's averaged over 40 points a game the past 2 games, 3 yards, especially from a mental error mistake. Somebody didn't go out.
Sets up a first and 10 right at midfield for Clemson. Zachary on the run. Nice pickup of about 7 yards. Down to the 43. Well, folks, tonight on ESPN2, more to college football coming your way as Air Force heads to Provo and looks to halt BYU's high-octane offense, led by senior signal caller Brandon Doman. It's tonight at 5:45 Eastern, only on ESPN2. For more, log on to ESPN.com. And Luke Staley has had his eligibility questions cleared up. He'll be back in action today. 2nd down and 2 for Clemson. Zachary again. This time he'll lose a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Caught from behind by Dumas.
See Dumas right here, not even honoring anything. They let him go, thinking he can't have the speed to catch Zachary. Zachary tried to cut it back, and Dumas getting a good read on the play, following the football, and making the tackle. The running back's accountable for him. He's got to make him miss.
3rd and 3. Complete. 1st down to the 33-yard line. That's McElvey. Clemson moves the chains.
What they did, they set trips away from the field. They worked a one-on-one side with Waddell. McElvey, what happens is, give him too much cushion. Woody Dantzler recognizes it. McElvey recognizes it, goes and sits down on a little hitch and catches the ball for the 1st down. That's good recognition. Attacked away from the trips.
It's a versatile Clemson offense. Still looking to score. Incomplete. Tipped by Joey Evans at the line of scrimmage. It was intended for Roscoe Crosby. You know, interesting, Chris, that on that last 1st down conversion, you could hear a restless type of applause by the fans here at Clemson. The expectations here in town are extremely high, and something that you could sense when you speak with the coaching, especially Tommy Bowden.
Well, it is, and they expect to win. They have a lot of their offensive players back. They've got an offense that's putting up over 500 yards a game the past 2 weeks. They want to score.
9th play of the drive. Dantzler steps out of bounds at the 32. Evans in hot pursuit once again.
They came with a zone pressure that time. They're coming with a variety of different pressures. Here you see Thornton coming off the end of to step up and make a play. Then you have great pursuit by your defensive line. You do that, you can hold Woody Dantzler somewhat in check. I don't know if you can stop him, but you can limit to what he can do to you on the ground.
Total yardage just about even so far. ACC play, Carolina's defense #1 right now. 3rd down and 9. Dantzler lucky to escape harm's way under heavy pressure from Will Chapman that time, number 91. And it's 4th down Clemson.
You'll see great escapability here by Woody Dantzler. Just a presence about him, knowing that he's starting to feel people now. He knows what passers right there. That's a great athletic move. And have the presence of mind to throw it away. Now on the other side of the ball, they're getting pressure with 4 men. That means they're dropping 7 underneath to cover 5 guys, and they're picking up the receivers. Woody Dantzler can't find any receivers downfield open.
They're going to test his patience today in the passing game. Aaron Hunt in to attempt a field goal from 48 yards out. And he knocked it through. From 48, Aaron Hunt is successful.
What a great kick. He blasted that. That would have been good from 58. What killed North Carolina was that 15-yard penalty, which set up just for a couple good plays. 1 1st down there in field goal territory, and they convert. They convert in the red zone. That's why this team can score a lot of points, because when they're in the red zone, they put points on the board. They don't give them away.
Just a bit of a moral victory, though, for this North Carolina defense, who so far early in the game has to be considered the story of the game. The way that they've slowed down this high-powered offense for Clemson, which in the last 2 games has been extremely prolific.
When you play this grandchild of the single wing, like I like to call it, you have to play assignment football. If you don't play assignment football, you start doing things on your own, and you lose contain or get outflanked, Woody Dantzler will make you pay either by his feet or by his arm. They're that good offensively, and he's that dangerous. North Carolina has held their assignments.
You mentioned the single wing. It's interesting how things tend to come full circle in football. What's old is new and what's new is old. Clemson getting set to kick off. Back deep, Sam Aiken for North Carolina. And Kevin Knight. North Carolina coming into the game having won 4 consecutive contests. Their last one an impressive one against Virginia.
It's important for Clemson to come back and score after giving up a touchdown. At least to get some points on the board.
Out to the 21-yard line is Knight, and Bowden talked about how his offense really is a bit of a throwback. Here's what he had to say to us.
Yes, it's really amazing. You know, we've just taken a single wing and spiced up a little bit with different formations, a little drop back pass, and some added a couple of things for the last 50, 60 years of college football. But it really is kind of a throwback to that time, and you know, it makes too much sense to, like back then, to put the ball in the best guy's hands every snap.
And speaking of quarterbacks, right now Darian Durant in for North Carolina. Hands it off to Williams. Williams with a nice gain, bouncing it outside to the 38-yard line. Let's go to Reese.
All right, Mark, in Indiana, as we've often seen this season, having all kinds of trouble on defense. Down 14-7 to Iowa. Kyle McCann already found Khalil Hill. Might as well find C.J. Jones. And here's another terrific run. Nice little move along the sideline, 58 yards, and Kirk Ferentz and the Hawkeyes rolling 21-7.
Back here it's 7-3, first down and 10 after that 18-yard pickup by Williams. Williams again, this time running over the right side, running over Terry and Jason Brown. Jason Brown making his 3rd consecutive start.
They're getting good push up there in the offensive line, creating holes, winning the pad level battle, and driving the Clemson defensive line off the football right now.
You hear that term a lot, pad level. Quickly, what does it mean?
I mean, you get lower than the other guy. Low man wins.
2nd down and 7. Durant thought to be the better passer of the two between he and Curry. Clemson was blitzing, and Durant found a nice receiver out near midfield. That was Chesley Borders, number 39. Durant, a 5'11", 226-pound redshirt freshman, completing 59% of his passes. 8 touchdowns against 7 picks so far this year.
Well, John Bunning said he gives us a spark. He didn't make any bones about it. When Durant comes in the ball game, he's a little spark plug for him. Next time he get a good job of recognizing the blitz and delivering the football to the hot receiver.
This time the Clemson front. Eason and Bush getting some push up front and making the stop on the play.
Eason did a good job of getting down underneath low and beating the pulling guard through his gap responsibility and making a nice tackle.
Curry there, Chris, on the sidelines. Last week against Virginia, his Achilles tendon injury flared up again. He was unable to continue that 2-quarterback rotation in the second half. And Durant was forced to go the distance and did a very good job. 2nd down and 12, Andre Williams now flanked out to the right. Run a receiver screen. Kevin Johnson making the stop on the play. Aiken on the catch.
And Kevin Johnson needs some help because he defeated a blocker in Andre Williams. And where you get that help on this play is linebackers, and he doesn't have any help. Watch Kevin Johnson right there. Defeat the block and hustle and make the play, but where's the rest of the pursuit? If no pursuit, Kevin Johnson's left on an island.
The Clemson defense has been under a lot of pressure of late. 3rd down and 4. North Carolina 35% on the season. Durant sacked, and he put it on the ground at the 47-yard line. Brian McNeil making the initial hit. That's the guy we referred to earlier, whose motor goes 100 miles per hour all day, every day.
Yeah, he's got a lot of get up and go off the snap. Pressure.
McNeil, one of 12 kids. He knows how to move quickly, Chris. We'll be right back after the room only crowd.
Sliding room on them cardboard boxes.
Yeah. Lafferty's punt goes into the end zone, a 47-yarder. Time now for our ESPN2 game track. And the only score touchdown, actually, of the game so far. Andre Williams on that 4-yard touchdown run, which capped an 80-yard drive. And North Carolina's defense making a big statement with 2 sacks and 4 pressures so far.
That's big. That's the thing to the game right now. That's the key to the game. Pressure on Dazzling.
He has not been successful passing the ball today, although he's run it for 32 yards.
As long as he's not doing both. Let him do one or the other, but if he's doing both, that's when he really hurts you.
First down and 10 from the 20 for the Tigers. Complete to McElvey. Let's go to the studio and Reese.
Not too far down the road from you guys, Georgia and Kentucky, and the Tennessee heroes, Aaron Haynes going in for the 6. Georgia had the extra point is 7-0, and the Buckeyes on top of the Aztecs, 6-3. Defense looking pretty good, 3-6.
I got you, Reese. It's all about the kicking game, Reese.
Got to be solid. Second down and 3. Dazzler on the waggle. Peppers, what a play! He batted it, and he also made the interception. That is the definition of athleticism and skill.
Right here, it looks like he's going up for the 2-hand slam. Hold on. That's Julius Peppers right here, and you'll see a great athlete right there. Recognize, sees the guard pulling around. Here he comes. Watch you get up and go. Got a little get up, and he has the presence of mind to keep his balance and make a great play. Not just a good play, a great play. He's going up for the slam dunk.
I got one question.
Finishes.
First, second, or third pick in the draft?
The way he keeps going, he's going to be my #1 guy. I always go with defense.
First and 10 for Carolina on the 22. Durant in a quarterback. Still on his feet and finally brought down to the 19-yard line. Picking up 3 yards on the play. Let's go down to Holly.
Guys, before the last defensive series, when Julius Peppers came off the field, his defensive end coach, James Webster's, pulled him aside. I couldn't hear exactly what he said, but it appeared that he was challenging Julius. He thought he wasn't playing hard enough and being relentless enough with his rush. The next time he comes back on the field, he bats the ball for an interception. That's good coachability.
Yeah, he knows how to react, Holly. 6'6", 285. He put on about 20 pounds of beef and muscle. And you wouldn't know it by his agility, though. Second down and 7. Williams brought down nicely at the 23-yard line by Torres Francis.
Torres does a nice job of reading the scheme. They're playing a 2-deep zone where the corner's responsible for the flat. Where was the screen run in the flat? Torres read it, came up and made a good solid tackle for a corner. Good job, Torres. Tell him, you just don't cover guys. I tackle him too.
Third down and 10. Corey Bailey split wide to the left of Durant. Man wide open. Touchdown Carolina, Bosley Allen.
You got a blown coverage. Now they're all looking at each other. You got him? No, I got him. No, you got him. Somebody didn't get him. You see DBs looking at each other. Somebody screwed up on the man coverage.
Much to the chagrin and dismay of Coach Bowden. Bosley Allen, the fastest receiver on that team for Carolina, makes it 13-3. There is a stunned silence, a deafening silence here in Death Valley. Peppers setting up that scoring drive with a tremendous play. And then it was Durant.
Recognition.
That's what you call it. So far, the company line has him being non-committal on hoops for the season, although that could change at any time. Hamilton will take a knee in the end zone, and Clemson will start off on its own 20-yard line. And let's take one more look at that blown coverage.
Yeah, you guys got your heads down. You got to get your heads up. What you got here is a 2-deep coverage. See him, he's on a hash. He's responsible for this part of the field. And this is here created confusion. 3 guys bunched up together. He gets pulled in by the number 3 receiver. And the inside guy over the number 2 receiver, the guy who caught the football, doesn't carry his receiver all the way up the field. If you don't carry the guy up the field, you're going to have confusion created in an open seam. You always got to be deep as the deepest in a zone coverage. They were in a zone and nobody was deep as the deepest.
Peppers, of course, setting it up with his pick. Nowhere to go on first down. Dantzler had never thrown an interception against North Carolina until that one you just saw that Peppers made. Dantzler, if you remember a season ago in this game, was injured against Carolina with his team trailing 17-0. Second down and 10. Dantzler fires incomplete. Intended for Crosby. Flag on the play. Waddell broke it up.
Interference on the defense. First down to the spot of the foul.
Waddell may have gotten there just a little bit early.
Hey, Mark, I talked to John Tenuta, the defensive coordinator, and what Clemson is doing is tacking the backside of trips, and they want to work on Waddell. John Tenuta put Waddell on a single receiver side on purpose because he felt he's their best cover guy, and he felt that they were going to do that to match up. And John Bunting obviously is not very happy about that call.
Didn't agree with it one bit. Zachary, nowhere to go. Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. 3 white shirts around him, including Joey Evans. Let's go to the studio.
Mark, let's take a look at the Big Ten's version of Woody Dantzler. Antoine Randall L. down 21-7 to Iowa. Randall L. capping a 14-play, 80-yard drive. Indiana back within a touchdown, 21-14.
Yeah, Reese, you know, when you have a player like Randall L. or like Dantzler, you're never out of a game. And Clemson, though, trailing 14-3.
Yeah, this is where leadership. They have a lot of graduate students. They have 4 graduate students starting on that offense. This is where they got to keep their composure, not panic, and get back into this football game.
Second down and 14. Zachary in motion. Complete. Really threaded it in there to Zachary out of the backfield.
You got to roughing the passer, too.
About a yard short of the first down.
Get Zachary matched up on a linebacker here. It's a strike thrown by Woody Dantzler. Monk trying to cover a running back out of the backfield. And as a linebacker, what you need to do is keep inside. Monk let the inside go. And that is a late hit. That's something that you don't need to do. And I'm sure it wasn't done on purpose, but you have to be a smart football player. After that ball's thrown, get off the quarterback.
Dante Coates, the culprit on the play. Number 94. It's a first down Clemson at midfield. 11:35 to play in the first half. Dantzler throwing an interception a few moments ago, which set up North Carolina's second score.
You know, you sense though that it doesn't bother him, Mark. For him to come back and throw a strike like that shows what kind of quarterback and what kind of player he is. He's not getting down on himself for throwing an interception. He's going to get back and get into it.
Dantzler steps up. Brought down after gaining about 3 yards. Julius Peppers making the tackle. Holly, what's up?
The way that Clemson signals into plays is starting to turn into a disadvantage right now. Woody Dantzler gets the play, and then he goes up and tells the offensive line where the defensive line is right there. The defensive line, Ryan Sims, number 87 for North Carolina, is starting to decode the system. He's communicating with his teammates, telling them that Rambo and Ringo mean this. They are starting to figure it out.
A little game of espionage down on the field and intelligence. Dantzler brought down to the 48-yard line, and good point. That offense looking a little bit confused right now, and Dantzler looking a little confused, Chris.
They are a little bit. That's because North Carolina's defense is giving them some different looks. They're playing a lot of zone, and they're coming with zone pressures. and they're trying to figure out what's the best way to attack that, and they're trying to do that with a coach signal a play in after one play has already been called. Watch Woody. He'll look over here and check with the coach to see if he wants to run it. Yep.
And with any system, of course, Clemson, like always, has a few dummy signals coming in. Incomplete, intended for Zachary. It'll be 4th down and 8.
If he didn't have Zachary, he had the big fella there. Ben Hall, big freshman. That's going to be a factor in his career at Clemson because he's a talent. He had him on a corner route. The defensive back fell down. Woody just missed the read.
4th down and 8.
They will come back to that play if they see what I see.
Wincott into punt, his 3rd one of the day. Michael Waddell standing on his own 10-yard line for Carolina. High spiral. Couldn't quite stick it at the 1. A 47-yard punt. It'll start out at the 20 for Carolina. Each quarterback has led the Tar Heels to a score. We'll be back after this. Back for North Carolina. And Curry runs for a 1st down at the 31-yard line. Both Curry and his understudy, Darian Durant, have led their offense to a touchdown so far today.
Again, a page out of the Clemson book. They had a guard, Jeb Terry, pull around, destroy a linebacker on a great block, giving Ronald Curry room to run. That's a play right out of Clemson's notebook. Imitations, greatest form of flattery.
Sure is. And Curry doing an impersonation of Dantzler so far. 1st down and 10. Nice run out to the 35-yard line. Lewis, let's go to the studio.
All right, Mark, and we'll start at the Horseshoe. San Diego State, Ohio State, Larry Ned on the doorstep, and he'll go in there pretty much unmolested. Haven't made an extra point in this game. 9-6 right now, and Aaron Greving's gone in for the 2nd time for Iowa on the day. It's 28-14 now in the 2nd quarter.
All right, Reese. Boy, tough to figure out what happened to Ohio State last week, Chris, against Wisconsin. 2nd and 5. Curry. Out near another Carolina 1st down, just over the 40-yard line. Eric Meekins making the stop, the free safety for Clemson.
Reggie Herring, defensive coordinator. When Durant's in, they're throwing the football. When Curry's in, he's going to run the ball. So start adjusting your defense to what North Carolina does offensively with a 2 different quarterback system. So from now on, when Curry's in there, I'm telling run, run, run. Play the run, boys.
Yeah, Curry has seen a lot of changes during his tenure at Carolina. 2 different head coaches, 3 different offensive coordinators. So many expectations placed on his shoulders when he first arrived on campus in Chapel Hill, and to some he hasn't met those, but to himself he feels comfortable with what he's done. So do a lot of other people. 1st down and 10. This is Lewis once again. Gains a couple of yards tonight at 7:45. It's an ACC matchup in prime time. In years past, Florida State has dominated the conference with such standouts as Peter Warwick and Chris Wenke. Can Virginia get past the Noles? It all comes your way tonight at 7:45 Eastern time. For more, log on to ESPN.com.
North Carolina's winning 1st down, giving himself manageable 2nd and 3rd down situations.
And this one's 2nd down and 4. Curry fires incomplete, intended for Bosley Allen.
That's on Curry right there. Again, he recognizes a 3 deep coverage where the corner's playing off and soft. They run a check, because on a little outcut, he's got to deliver the football wide open.
Coaches talked about him, Chris, aiming it a little bit at times instead of just throwing it.
Yeah, I was watching him more, Mark. He does do that. Sometimes he looks like he's throwing darts, and when he throws the ball best, he just throws it as hard as he can without aiming. No technique, just wing it and throw it. The good Lord blessed you with an arm, use it.
3rd down and 4. They're 1 of 3 in 3rd down situations today. And Curry has the 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like he hurt his Achilles then. He's limping.
Coming up a little bit lame on that right leg of his.
So he got a little giddy up right now. That's great speed, though. What an athlete. I mean, I love watching these quarterbacks that are athletes. What a pressure it puts on. Here you see Curry avoiding the tackle, Leak missing the tackle, Curry knowing where the 1st down marker is, and having the presence of getting out of bounds after he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, that's the savvy of a senior. Bunting said he has earned the right to keep playing despite some early season setbacks and a little movement up front.
Yeah, interesting. Clemson moved first. We'll see which way it goes. Then the offensive tackle for Carolina jump, but Clemson moves first.
Curry, a 4-year starter at quarterback, holds the Carolina single-season record for total offense. Hit that in 2000. And this one is against the Tar Heels. And Bunting said, you know, I can't pull Curry out of there because he's a senior and he has earned the right to keep playing. But at the same time, Durant has earned the right to get some playing time by his performance in some of those early season losses.
And both guys have adjusted well to the situation.
1st and 15. Curry moving up the charts and heading downtown. Allen, touchdown.
You talk about not aiming it and just throwing it. Right there, Donald Curry's listening to our broadcast. He didn't aim it, he just threw it. It was a great throw on the post. Great throw.
Ronald Curry leads his offense into the end zone again. And for the second time, Bosley Allen victimizing that Clemson Tigers secondary. His second touchdown reception today. And North Carolina, like they did a season ago, jumping out to a lead early in this game. A 48-yard touchdown pass from Curry to Allen. And it is 21-3 for the visiting team. One of the questions that begs when we come back, how will they slow down this passing attack? Can the Tigers slow down Curry and the Carolina offense? We'll be right back. Notice they lead 21-3. Jeff Reed set to kick off. Joe Don Rames and Derek Hamilton back deep for the Clemson Tigers. Folks in orange and white relatively silent so far today. They haven't had much to cheer about. This is Hamilton. Hamilton with a nice return out to the 28-yard line. What's up in the secondary, Chris, for Clemson?
Well, this is that quarters coverage. Now, when you play quarters, that means these safeties are up tight. When they're up tight, there's nobody in the middle. So as a corner, you can never let anybody inside. Right there, Kempe lets him inside, which is a #1 sin when you play quarters coverage. You see right here, oh, he jumped outside. Receiver beat him inside on the post. As a corner, you can never let a guy inside when you're in quarters coverage because you have no safety help deep.
And as a result, Bosley Allen with his second touchdown reception of the day, one coming from each quarterback. Dantzler's time to answer. Zachary, the gain of about 8 with a 2nd down and 2. The tackle made by Isaac Mooring. Holly, what's up?
Guys, right now the Clemson secondary is reeling. One of the problems, they're not recognizing formations. The coaching staff telling the young players, look, you have to recognize formations. You were in the completely wrong coverage for that situation. And that is a difficult situation for them right now, missing their starter, Brian Mance.
And Hafley, the lone returning starter back there. 2nd down and 2 for Clemson. Dantzler dragged down nicely by David Thornton. Let's go to Reese.
Kurt Kittner going to work on Wisconsin, Illinois, down 7-6. It is Kittner, a little fake, and then he's going to be throwing some toast to the Rocky Harvey Picture Show. 12-7 the lineup.
Get your lighters out. Light them up. 3rd down and 2. Tough running between the tackles by Zachary and Quincy Monk, the Q-Dog, lighting him up in the middle.
Quincy made a nice hit. Again, though, North Carolina's defensive line made that possible for Quincy Monk to get the hit because their pad level is lower than the offensive line pad level of Clemson. When that happens, you can't get any penetration or movement off the ball.
Quincy Monk, a 5th-year senior, just one of 6 of them on the team, making a nice play there for that North Carolina defense.
Good solid hit. And Zachary hit it up in their heart. Mano y mano. Monk came out on top.
And they are just shy of the 1st down. In comes the punting unit to a smattering of boos. Clemson is yet to reach 100 yards offense on the day. On 4th down and 1, Michael Waddell will go back deep to get this punt. Ben Kopp standing on his own 24.
5 yards. Beat the down.
Punt team a little late coming onto the field that time.
And you know what? Clemson looks out of sync. There's no rhythm. They're almost flat. And I hate to say it, but they look flat to me. They're not playing the way I thought Clemson would play down there. There's no attack, no sense of urgency.
Carolina with a late substitution, and Kopp hangs this one up high. Bounces out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Kopp, a real master and a study in hang time, a 34-yard punt. And some disgruntled people in orange on the sidelines. Coaches definitely trying to get their point across. We'll be right back. For his second consecutive series, hands it off to Williams. And Reese, too much curry can give you heartburn sometimes.
It can be hard to digest if you're a struggling defense. Everybody's had trouble digesting the turf. Sean Hill against Duke. Of course, Duke's had trouble getting anything done. 7-0 Maryland on top of that losing streak, in jeopardy of extending for the Devils. And Boston College laying it on Pittsburgh 35-7, about to go to the half.
Walt Harris's team reeling right now. 2nd down and 9. Williams the lone back. That's a play right out of the Clemson book too. Curry. 1st down out to the 46, Chris.
Ronald Curry uses Andre Williams as the lead blocker. So in essence, he becomes the tailback. Andre Williams is the fullback. You'll see it right here. Andre Williams, the lead blocker. Curry follows him. He's the tailback now. Again, it's an imitation. Right here, you'll see Andre Williams. He's the lead blocker. He's the fullback. Curry's the tailback. That's what Clemson does. Attack them with their own medicine. Nice job executing game planning by North Carolina.
1st down and 10 for the boys from Chapel Hill. Williams bouncing it outside, puts his hat down and is tackled by Francis. I have to be impressed with the way that number 34 is running the pill today.
Well, I like his vision to have the ability to bounce out outside. I like Torrey Francis coming up and hitting. Andre Williams, will see right here. This is that old power row. There's a good block. Clemson uses flank and deliver the blow. Torrey Francis comes up for a corner, deliver the blow. Good play, both guys.
Williams got the starting job 4 games ago and just happened to coincide with their 4-game winning streak. So why fix it if it isn't broke? Averaging 4 yards per pop today. There he is again. Broke 1 tackle and is brought down at the 38. Gain of about 2 on the play. So many things have changed for not only number 34, but the entire North Carolina team since that 3rd loss of the season, the 3rd straight one. And after that Texas game, coach went to the players and said, you know what, we need to grow up. It's time that we get better and come together.
Yeah, they needed to play a full game. They felt that they played well in part of the game against those teams, but they didn't put a full game together. Then they put it together against Florida State. They really put it together.
Put it together today. 3rd down and 2. And Carolina calls a timeout. Each team with a couple remaining, but so far Ronald Curry weaving a masterpiece. Williams stopped up short of the 1st down at the 37. John Lee making the tackle on the play.
It's a leading tackle for Clemson. He did a nice job of sniffing that out. Going in and get his helmet across the bow. Close the gate in front of the ball. You see Carson taking him on the leak filling. Nice job. Head up, protect your neck, make a secure tackle.
And they are going for it on 4th down. They've converted half of the time on the season. Aiken in motion. Up top for Aiken. Incomplete and broken up. Tigers take over on downs. Hemby making the play.
Good job by Hemby coming back after getting worked deep on the last touchdown to come down and have the wherewithal not to make the interception, because they would have the ball on the 1-yard line as opposed to having the ball on the 38-yard line. I like the call by North Carolina. They have nothing to lose. Absolutely. Hemby right there. I think he dropped it on purpose because he had it. Looked like he had it secured. Makes the catch. Understand? Oh, no, well, maybe not. But anyway, it worked out well for you, young man.
Sure did.
Nice play.
The type of play, potentially, that can give the offense a little bit of momentum to build on. First down and 10. Dantzler to Zachary. And that's what Travis Zachary does best. And delivering a message at the end of that. Hood making the tackle. Holly, what's up?
Guys, an unbelievable transformation down here. On the sidelines, Clemson looked like they had packed it in. The offense was sitting there silent, not even talking, not supporting their defense. But with that third down stop and the fourth down stop, they jumped up, started screaming for their defense. It's like a whole new life is in this Clemson offense.
And that's what they need right now, Holly. First down and 10. Set up the screen to Zachary.
Great play.
Number 30, David Thornton, read it well.
It's a great play by Thornton, setting up the screen and avoiding a block. You know, you don't have to take on 300-pound offensive linemen all the time. Use your quickness and your speed. You'll see Thornton right here. They're setting up the screen, trying to get Zachary involved. Thornton steps around the block, avoids the leg whip, and makes a great tackle.
Last year, just a walk-on, earning a scholarship in the spring. Played mainly on special teams a season ago.
Leading tackler.
2nd and 9 for Dantzler. Wrapped up at the 48-yard line by Quincy Monk. You know, Dantzler's first 5 rushes went for a total of 32 yards. The last 6 have gone for just 6 yards.
That's an adjustment by North Carolina's defense. They got burned a little bit on that same play where Woody starts one way and his design cutback the other way. That time Dexter Reed, the safety, forced it back inside to the pursuit of the North Carolina defense.
3rd down and 7. 4 receivers in on this set.
Rocking, left guard's rocking. Hold your water.
T.J. Watkins, number 73. Little movement up front.
You'll get that movement when you get good pressure on a quarterback.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5 yards, beat the down.
Reese, you got to watch those penalties.
Always have to stay disciplined there, Mark. Coming up on the Saturn halftime report, Carolina might look like the best team in the ACC, but the ACC leader, Maryland, taking on Duke. We'll get you up to date on that. Also down in the SEC, big fella, Jared Lorenzen making some moves against Georgia. And we'll also revisit the Fresno Fever breaking last night against Boise State.
It's that right there with setting up North Carolina because they didn't ever go their play action go deep. Ronald Curry and Andre Williams both have been a factor.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, it's the Saturn halftime report. Reese and Mark in the studio with lots of scores, news, and highlights and analysis from around the world of college football on Saturday afternoon. 23 seconds to play now in the first half. Ronald Curry, number 1 on the program, and right now number 1 for North Carolina in the hearts of many of their fans, as he is engineering and choreographing an upset in the making for the team that has won 4 games in a row, looking for number 5. Right now, we're going to go back to the studio with Mark and Reese. Guys?
It's a huge series for Clemson's defense, Mark. They need to come out. They made some mental errors in coverage. North Carolina was able to exploit them. They make some adjustments and come out and get off to a start fast if they want to get into this football game.
North Carolina will start off on its own 20-yard line. Let's take a look at our ESPN2 game track. Some of the cogent, pertinent points of the game so far. As expected, Bosley Allen with a couple of touchdown receptions, 1 coming from Curry, 1 coming from Durant.
That was a great throw. Let him in the post corner. Nice throw. Good execution.
And Peppers, Chris, with 2 tackles for loss and a pick.
He's a pure athlete right there, being able to jump and keep vision on the football.
Ronald Curry with 149 yards, a total offense, 65 coming on the ground.
Athletic quarterback, get yards. You think Woody Dantzler. Curry said, not so fast. I can do it too.
Sure has. He starts the second half and hands it off to Williams. Williams burrowing forward to the 26-yard line. Let's go downstairs to Holly.
Guys, talking with John Bunting from North Carolina, he told his team this is unfamiliar territory. We haven't been ahead like this at the half. He wants them to play with the same urgency they did in the last 4 wins when they had to play from behind. Also, for Clemson, Tommy Batten told them that Woody Dancer has been taken out of the game because of defensive formations. He's challenged somebody else to step up and make some plays.
Yeah, that's what they need right now, Holly, offensively. Meanwhile, Carolina looking at 2nd down and 3. Williams on the draw. Out to the 29-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 1 to go for North Carolina. As you mentioned, Chris, the Clemson defense needs to start making a statement right now.
Well, absolutely. This is a huge series for them now. North Carolina's been able to control 1st down, so they're putting themselves in manageable 2nd and 3rd downs. 3rd and 1 is a very difficult defense to call for a coordinator to put your team in the best position to win. They answered the challenge last time. See if they can do it again. They come with the blitz.
Backs out of the eye. Bailey in motion. And the defense does respond. Number 56, a big play by the Tiger defense. What a stand that was.
It was a great job of penetrating. Again, they line up in the blitz. It creates confusion on the offensive linemen because they got to start making calls. 56 slants in there, beats the block, beats 2 blocks, and makes a tackle. He takes on 2 defenders and makes a tackle. That was a great job.
Khalid Vaughn, wow.
By Vaughn, absolutely, getting penetration on a blitz. Can't ask for much more than that. That's a way to start fast. If you're a Clemson fan, you want to see your defense come out like that, strong and hungry.
Lafferty into punt. Javon Reams back deep for the Tigers. Reams down at the 43-yard line after he slipped. We're going to stay right here, a 31-yard punt. Not a great effort that time. But Clemson now working with some good field position at its own 44.
That says it all right here, Mark. Last 12 second half possessions, 9 touchdowns, a field goal punt, and 1 loss on downs. Now, what that tells me, you scored 9 touchdowns in the last 12 possessions in the second half. It's good coaching. They're making the proper adjustments at halftime.
As Holly reported, somebody besides Dantzler is going to have to respond. Showing a little enterprise here. Incomplete, intended for Zachary at the 44. Let's go to Reese in the studio.
Okay, Mark, get you up to date on Maryland and Duke, and the Terps have scored again. Second quarter just starting. Sean Hill, Jeff Dugan 4 yards out, and Maryland's rolling toward Florida State next week, 28-7.
I gotta say that Coach Frazier might be my candidate anyway for the Coach of the Year.
He's done a great job. He's waited a long time for his opportunity. He's certainly capitalizing on it.
The story of the year in the ACC, 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Zachary. His forward progress taken him to the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 to go for Clemson. Clemson trailing 21-3.
When you play a misdirection offense like Clemson brings with their version of the spread, it's assignment football. Right there, the safety was in position on the blitz to take away the middle, stop the run, and made a nice solid tackle on Zachary.
3 for 9 today on 3rd downs are the Tigers. Dantzler will try and do it himself. And he got the 1st down at the 45-yard line. Woody Dantzler brought down by Monk.
Now, Quincy Monk was playing a spy there, but he's got to get a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. You see it on the replay right here. Quincy Monk be playing spy. I'm responsible for number 1 right here. He's looking. Now, you got to come get him. You can't sit back on there, especially you know the damage he can do to you in the open field. He's so dangerous with a lot of grass between you and him.
Got to the 45. Once again, though, Chris, as you pointed out, they seem to keep Dantzler in the pocket. Zachary on the counter out to the 41, gaining about 4, brought down by Evans on the play.
It's a good 1st down play. And one thing Clemson's able to do that a lot of teams can't because they have an athletic center in Kyle Young is pull him around on a counter like that. Not too many pro players can do that. Kyle Young can get it done for Clemson because he's a light and athletic kid.
Secondary education graduate student. And the other grad student, Woody Dantzler, completes the pass to McElvey that time. And another 1st down. Kelvey with the first down for the Tigers at the 34-yard line. They move the sticks. The speed of this offense of Clemson hasn't been a problem so far for North Carolina.
Playing good pursuit, running the football.
Just like that, Chris.
Assignment football, Mark. That's why North Carolina's getting it done, because they're playing a disciplined football game.
Joey Evans, number 95, the most experienced defensive end on that team and an all-ACC candidate.
Well, he should be with this play. Why? Because Joey Evans understands that he has contained. What contains means nothing gets outside of you. That means if the ball goes into the North Carolina bench, you're still staying on this side of the field, so nothing gets outside of you. Just in case of reverse, there was reverse. To play. Good job.
At 8 sacks last season as a backup. Has improved by leaps and bounds this year. Second down and 13. Took that 23. Complete to Curry. Brought down by Kevin Knight. The story of the game so far, the North Carolina defense tops in the ACC and ACC play so far. They have bottled up number 1. And they got to him early, which set the tone.
Well, they're getting pressure on him. They're getting pressure on him with 5-man pressures and 4-man pressures. And they're playing assignment disciplined football, Mark. That's how you control Woody Dantzler. Coach Bunny made a point of that, saying we need to play discipline. They're getting it done today.
Another 3rd and long. Dantzler incomplete. Would have been short of the first down. McKelvey, the intended receiver.
Should have been caught. Woody Dantzler did a nice job of staying patient in the pocket. They're making him a pocket passer today. That's not what he does best. He lets people clear, delivers the in route. The ball hits your hands, you make that catch. North Carolina caught a break there.
Waddell back to get this punt. Peppers coming off the edge all day. Cobb's punt travels into the end zone. North Carolina will start off on its own 20-yard line after that 43-yard boot. Tar Heel ball when we come back to Memorial Stadium. Home team trailing 21-3. Ronald Curry still in at quarterback. Got a good block from the ref. And Curry is near the first down at the 30-yard line.
Again, that's good vision. He's doing his best Woody Dantzler imitation today by making people miss. Missed tackles by Clemson is killing them. Once he gets to the second level, you have a linebacker and a defensive back. Need to come up and make a play. The referee couldn't even tackle him. That was a good hit. The referee popped right back up, though, Mark. You like to see that.
He put his head
He didn't stay down, though. He didn't stay down.
Got to keep that head up, though.
You got to wrap him up, umpire, Mr. Official.
Chris, you almost get the feeling that Ronald Curry had heard a lot of the Woody Dantzler talk on the television sets, on the radio programs, and he comes in here highly motivated today to show that, you know, Dantzler's not the only number 1 on the field that can run the ball and make things happen.
You know, Mark, you're exactly right, because I get that feeling almost like he has a chip on his shoulder or something to prove.
As a receiver, Aiken makes the grab at the 45-yard line. Curry on the mark.
Again, he stayed patient, let the play develop downfield. Aiken ran a great route, a 7-cut or a corner route, and Curry delivers the football. Now he's reading this side of the field. You see where he's looking, that's where he's reading. Sees Aiken break out on the corner and a nice catch of getting those hands between the ground and the ball to make sure he secures the catch. North Carolina is just dominating first down. This whole ball game they've been dominating first down.
Ronald Curry dealing a hot hand right now. Bailey in motion. Williams gets to the edge. Pushed out of bounds at the 35, close to another Carolina first down.
Let me tell you what they're doing. Clemson is blitzing a lot on first down. Now, how do you attack the blitz as far as running the football? Well, you don't run it inside because you don't have enough bodies. You run it outside. They're bringing a receiver in motion, cracking back, and they're losing contain. There's nobody that's a contained player for Clemson's defense. Rodney Thomas needs to be the contained player. He is not getting outside. Andre Williams is beating him to the corner.
That's 3 consecutive first downs for North Carolina. 1st and 10. Curry got back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down by John Leak on that play. You know, Ronald Curry, his confidence took a hit early in the season, but he was awarded the game ball in a very symbolic and significant gesture by the head coach after the win against East Carolina. And after that, he really seemed to start swelling his chest out a little bit. It felt good about the way he was playing football, and he's continued to improve since.
Well, it's a credit to him that he did not go into the tank when he started splitting time Durant, but stayed and tried to improve his game.
Curry on the move.
Got a hamstring, Mark.
Seemed to pull up.
Yeah, he grabbed his hamstring.
Right at the 28-yard line, and Curry is down in the field in what looks like could be a repeat of last week when he was unable to go in the second half, and Durant immediately grabs his hat.
You know, but in Carolina, in a situation like this, normally you might panic when your second-team guy has to come in. Here you'll see it right there. Watch him. There, grabs the hamstring. Just looks like a sprinter in 100 meters. Yeah, you'll see him. That's just a natural reaction. I've done that a couple times. I didn't think I was fast enough to pull a hamstring.
I thought only those fast guys got those injuries.
But you see right there, Ronald grabs his hamstring. Tough injury. But the point I was making, normally that would hurt a team when your second guy comes in, but not North Carolina because they have Durant coming in.
82 yards. 3rd and 3. Durant in the ball game now. And he fires a strike complete right at the first down marker to Aiken.
Again, the advantage North Carolina has, you come out and throw the football, not run a conservative play. Durant recognizes defense, they're playing off. Aiken runs a little hitch at the sticks. He understands where to run. Look at him. Runs right past the sticks on a nice little comeback. Durant delivers the ball only where he can catch it. And again, Aiken does a nice job to get his hands on the ground and trap the ball with his chest.
Darian Durant, Chris, placed in the same place where he was a week ago. Coming in with an injured Curry. And he goes complete inside the 5-yard line to Bosley Allen, who's having a big day. His 3rd catch, 2 of them touchdowns. Let's go to Reese.
North Carolina on the doorstep. Georgia striking from long range against Kentucky. David Green, nice job handling the snap. Then he finds Fred Gibson running away from the defense. 22-14. Dogs on the 20 inside 10 seconds to go. Green for the end zone and not a touchdown.
Darian Durant is doing surgery on that Clemson defense. Williams brought down at the 3-yard line. Holly, what's up?
Well, actually, it's some good news. He does have a left hamstring strain. They say that he did not feel anything pop or pull up into his buttocks area. They say that he should be fine, but he will not return in this game likely, but it is not a full hamstring pull, as they can tell at this point.
All right, Holly, and Curry has been cursed by injuries throughout his career at Carolina.
82 yards rushing. That's a ball game right there. You get that out of your quarterback.
2nd and goal, Williams. And the Clemson defensive front getting good surge and penetration on that right side. Brian McNeil leading the charge that time.
Clemson won the battle that time, but North Carolina's young offensive line certainly responded well today as far as opening up some holes for Williams and Curry.
It's now 3rd and goal, Chris, on the Clemson 5.
I like the fade route down here, especially a team that likes to blitz on the goal line. Got a one-on-one matchup out here with the corner.
Durant. Touchdown. He just crossed before he let go of it.
Run a quarterback draw. It's a great call down there. You have to assign someone. You have a running quarterback. You got to be careful getting too much penetration with your pass rush. You only need short yardage. 80-yard drive.
So number 11, Durant, comes in relief of Curry to close the sale on the drive.
Boy, that's the advantage of a 2-quarterback system. You don't miss a beat.
And on homecoming weekend in Clemson, South Carolina, on a sunny, warm day, things not so sunny for the home team. As Durant and Curry combining at quarterback to lead the Tar Heels into the end zone, and right now a commanding 28-3 lead. How will Clemson counter? Your team is leading. Reed kicking off. Hamilton and Reams back deep. Hamilton going to take it out. And Derek Hamilton is brought down at the 18-yard line. Holly Rowe, what's up?
Guys, we forget just how young Darian Durant is. When he came over to the sideline after that touchdown run, the players were all teasing him. They said, oh, that's how a freshman does it. And he said, yeah. They said, that's okay because it looked like you wanted it. They definitely approve of this young freshman's attitude.
Yeah, they sure do, Holly, and a very savvy run here for the touchdown, showing a lot of moxie in that pocket.
And the presence of mind to reach the ball over the goal line, knowing where you are on the football field.
He's perfect passing, too. 6 of 6 on the day. First down and 10. Woody Dantzler and his team in trouble. Incomplete. And Dantzler took a hit, too, on the play. Isaac Loring put him on his back.
Clemson's averaging just over 2 yards on first down. Now, you got to keep your eye on the clock, Mark. When you're down 25 points, you need to maybe go to your hurry-up offense. And there's a shot. Again, 1 step and wrap, 2 steps and squeeze. But that's a scene we've been used to all day, is the pressure on Woody Dantzler.
Yeah, he is now just 10 of 23 passing. Second down and 10. He goes up top. Incomplete, intended for Crosby. Waddell was there with him stride for stride. Let's go to Reese.
All right, Mark, Ohio State, San Diego State. The Aztecs up 12-6, third and goal. Steve Belisari. Belisari dangerous when he does this. Gets in there nicely. First converted extra point of the day. Puts the Buckeyes on top 13-12.
Wait. Dogfight with the Buckeyes today.
Oh, yeah, Aztecs bringing their A game.
Third and 10. Underneath, incomplete. Intended for Hamilton, who's been conspicuous by his silence today, the redshirt freshman.
See, I don't like the read by Dantzler. You understand you got 3rd and 10. You don't want to throw a 5-yard route with somebody hanging on you. You want to throw that ball downfield. Give yourself a chance to get a first down.
Julius Peppers and that Carolina defense so far today winning the battle against Clemson's so far impotent offense. Clemson punting again. This is the most times that they've punted all season long. The 7th of the day. Bosley Allen at the 32. Ran about 30 yards and got 2 on the return after that 49-yard punt. Well, folks, join us tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific on ESPN2. As LSU and quarterback Rohan Davey and running back LeBrandon Tofield lead the Tigers into Starkville, Mississippi to face the Bulldogs at Mississippi State. It's an SEC West Division showdown tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern. More information, log on to ESPN.com. And what in the world has happened to Mississippi State this year? Arguably the biggest disappointment in the SEC.
Having a struggle. Got a hold on Clemson. Problem is, I don't think a North Carolina player
During the return, the kicking team blocked in the back. It's 10 yards from the end of the run and a first down.
You know, I asked Coach Bunting, by what stroke of coaching genius did you come up with this two-headed quarterbacking monster? And he said, you know what? We just pulled a rabbit out of our hats. That's how we arrived at it. It wasn't any great stroke of genius. It's just, hey, we got 2 guys that can play and need to play, and here's what they've done so far today.
Well, and you have a young guy that can come in and respond to the challenge of being ready to play, even though he's only going to play 2 series at a time. That's difficult to do for a quarterback, but certainly Curry and Durant are getting it done.
Curry on the sidelines with a hamstring injury. Durant in the ball game right now. First and 10 from the 45. He remains picture perfect. 7 of 7 passing. Pickup of 8 to Bosley Allen. And Woody Dantzler, boy, things Really not bouncing his way today.
Well, he's going to go pick up the ball, though. It's a natural reaction. He said, fumble. I'll get it.
He's a leader. And his understudy, Willie Simmons, who came in last year when Dantzler was injured with his team down 17-0. Simmons, number 7, led his team to the comeback victory with 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, we got another personal foul on Clemson, Mark, and the only reason I bring that up because they're losing their composure. If there's any leaders on that defense, somebody's got to step up. Keep your composure, and let's do our hitting when the play's going on, not after the play.
First down and 10, 4 minutes to go. Willie Parker that time on the run for North Carolina. Brought down by Hayfley. The defense has been on the field for quite some time today, and fatigue might start becoming a factor. Maybe second down and about 6 to go from the 27-yard line.
Carolina offense had basically neutralized the blitz package of Clemson, which is a man blitz package. If you're going to blitz, you got to get pressure on the quarterback. You can't expect your corners to hold up on an island all day. When they blitz, they're not getting any pressure.
Handoff again to Parker. Down to the 23, brought down by Polk. Reese, what's up in the studio?
Without Betts is up because he's in the end zone again for Iowa. 28-21. These two teams have gone back and forth. Iowa keeps maintaining this edge. Betts going in is 35-21. They're deep in the third now. And Maryland, this is the growth of a team. They are slapping down a team they're supposed to. It's 42-10 over Duke.
Carolina looking at 3rd down and 3. Parker in motion. Clemson comes with a blitz, and Durant still hasn't thrown an incomplete pass today. A first down at the 14. Aiken on the catch.
Again, it's recognition of man coverage that come with the blitz. Now, if you're playing blitz and it's 3rd and 3, to give yourself any opportunity, you have to get in a press coverage. Right here, Durant's knowing where he's going to go to the football because he sees the defensive back playing off the receiver. It's an easy completion. It's just like playing catch. If you want to stop that, you got to get a press coverage and cover him at 3 yards, not give him cushion at 3 yards.
Redshirt freshman pulling the trigger, though. Darian Durant hands it off to Parker once again.
And he's been impressive, especially knowing where to go with the football. Understanding where his first and second option is not there. He has a presence of mind to deliver the ball on target to his second or third option.
Perfect passing, a touchdown as well among his numbers. And we have a tight end. That is Brown down on the field, Doug Brown. 2nd and 7. Durant complete near the first down marker to Bailey.
Well, he's delivering that football only where his guy can catch it. Time Bailey had tough coverage, especially on the inside. Durant threw it right to his outside. Bailey does a nice job of using his hands, snag it, then securing it against his body with the defender hanging all over him.
Durant, meanwhile, has already set school records for freshmen in touchdown passes and completions, and continues to add to that. The 3-time ACC Rookie of the Week.
Yeah, he's working on 4 right now because I don't think he's had an incomplete pass yet.
Parker down to the 2. And he got the first down. It'll be first down and goal to go for the Tar Heels, with time beginning to run out a little bit on Tommy Bowden in Clemson.
This is where North Carolina can start taking advantage of the play clock. You see it up there under the scoreboard, your television screen. They should let that run down. Let it run down. Take your time.
Darian Durant, the freshman, belying his age right now, hands it off. Still waiting for the signal. None yet. Curry wants the touchdown. And they're going to mark it short of the end zone. Just short of the end zone.
Clock keeps running, too. North Carolina, you let that clock start running.
Brandon Russell got within inches of the end zone. One more look.
See the big offensive tackle pulling around, does a nice job of knocking 2 guys out. That's a touchdown to me, buddy. He's over that goal line. Kind of got away with one.
You get another chance here. Durant kept it himself and did it.
Boy, Mark, I'll tell you, I never expected North Carolina to come in and put it on Clemson. It's supposed to be Clemson's homecoming, is it not?
Yeah.
Did we take a wrong turn to Chapel Hill or what?
Sure looks like it. Surprise, surprise. An upset in the making right here in Clemson, South Carolina. Number 15, Clemson, being thwarted right now, 34-3. As dominating a performance as Carolina has put on anybody this year. Coming on the road against a top 25 team. The extra point is good, and it's 35-3. Some of the pressure schemes that Clemson was going to bring were the cause for concern for Carolina. Bringing some linebackers off the edge, and boy, they sure have blocked well up front. Are we going to do this again?
I don't know what happened.
Jeff Reed.
Is that a strike?
That's a mulligan.
Pick up the ball. Pick up the ball.
I think I heard a whistle. He might have heard a whistle. Some kickers will do anything to get a little attention. Let's take another look at what exactly happened.
He whiffed. His cleat got stuck. Then he pointed. The ball moved. The ball moved. I don't think the ball moved, Mark. He's laughing. He's laughing at himself, man. I got away with one.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
I've done that on the tee a few times, but I've never seen a kicker do it in a real game situation.
Keep your head down and swing hard. Try it again. There you go.
You got all of this one. 5 yards deep. Reese Davis, I know you've taken a few mulligans like that in your day.
Yes, indeed, I have. Used the foot wedge on occasion, too. 13-12, Ohio State on top of San Diego State. Lon Sheriff standing in there and throws it right to Derek Ross. And Derek with a nifty return that's going to set up the Buckeye offense. Jonathan Wells would crash in and score, and Ohio State trying to gain control in this game. It's 20-12 late in the third.
All right, Reese, and right now we have a quarterbacking change for Clemson. The Heisman Trophy candidate, Woody Dantzler, is not in the game. Number 7 is Willie Simmons, hoping to recapture some of that magic from a year ago when he led his team to victory when Dantzler was hurt. And it's incomplete. Intended for Zachary out of the backfield.
Clemson's dropped a lot of footballs today. That's one thing that's hurt them. They had a chance to convert a couple first downs, drop balls. The pass has been there.
Look at what he did last season, Chris, against Carolina. 10 of 18, 4 touchdown passes.
Tommy Bowden's very comfortable with him coming into a ball game. Future looks bright at the quarterback position for Clemson. There's Woody supporting his guy.
2nd down and 10. Incomplete over the middle, intended McKelvey. And that's the end of the third period. With North Carolina leading. You know what? Pressure makes diamonds, and pressure busts pipes. And right now, Willie Simmons on the field in a quarterback for Woody Dantzler. It'll be 1st down and 10 Clemson from the 32-yard line, and they're going to have to crank up the speedometer on their offense.
They got to go their 2-minute hurry-up package. You got to hold your water if you're on the offensive line, though. Sometimes that happens on the change of quarterbacks. Different cadence calls.
Dead ball, false start on the offense, 5 yards.
And that kind of day for Coach Bowden on homecoming. Take a look now at our ESPN2 game track. Julius Peppers with a big day early setting the table for the rest of the defense, and Bosley Allen from Ronald Curry. Curry with 109 yards passing before being injured, and Darian Durant with 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown.
No incompletions on the day for Durant.
Simmons in, and it's incomplete.
Talk about the drop footballs. There again, you have a drop ball. Woody Dantzler was also victimized by drop footballs.
McKelvey, the victim on that one.
It's a nice job of Simmons coming off the bench. Cold. Being able to see McKelvey come across the middle. Delivered the football right on the numbers.
Split the 8 and the 4. Got nothing as a result. Look at the discrepancy in total yards. 359. Last week, in their win against Virginia, North Carolina racked up 477 total yards. Simmons.
Drop football.
Did we say something about dropped balls today? Huh?
Yeah. And you know, Mark, you got to give credit to defensive coordinator John Tenuta for putting together a package to neutralize Dantzler and that whole Clemson offense. And I will guarantee this, that Clemson's future opponents will get this film, and they'll be seeing these same defenses until they're able to adjust to them. He's done a great job getting his kids ready, and the kids have responded and executed. Coach Tenuta is in the box.
Tenuta and his staff down on the field together doing a great job. 3rd down and 15. Simmons going up top. Flag down. There was a lot of contact. Jackie Robinson was the intended receiver. He was being covered by Errol Hood. They were jostling for about 15 yards.
There was hands in hands. Somebody grabbed somebody.
Simmons showing off his arm strength. Here's the call.
On the defense, it's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, an automatic first down.
You know, Chris, you've said today that Dantzler, for the most part, has been made into a pocket passer. Some people would interpret that Carolina's doing something to make him that way, or is that the game plan offensively? But first, let's look at this interference call.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. You know what? I don't see it. I mean, they're jockeying with their hands. He's put his arm up there, but that's kind of a touchy call. Mark, Woody Dantzler last week was able to create a lot of yards against North Carolina State by being outside the pocket with movement and having a choice to run and throw. This week he's been a pocket passer by design, I believe, the way it's looked to me.
Let's go to Reese.
All right, Mark, Antoine Randall has been able to get his running game going, over 100 yards on the day. He scored a couple of touchdowns. The second one here, it's 35-28, Iowa on top of Indiana.
All right, Reese, I feel a little theme going with number 11s today. Randall, Durant, Simmons, half. Second down and 10.
The Indiana offense can put some points on the board.
Suddenly. A little movement up front.
Dead ball,
Right side of
false
that line.
start, offense, 5 yards.
Got to get used to the rhythm of the cadence from Simmons.
Well, Tommy Bowden said that he doesn't think anybody will win the conference with 2 losses. So he said yesterday, we need to win this game today.
Well, especially when you have Maryland sitting up there with 0 losses. I think that this is North Carolina's final. Obviously, every game's a test, but this is their final big test, at least on paper.
Right. Second down and 15 now for Simmons. Complete to Curry. Curry tackled at 27. First down, Tigers.
All slants. Great throw by Simmons. Be able to get inside the defensive back. You never want to let him inside. 3 guys slant. Curry gets the ball and splits the secondary. Nice hustle by Reed, though, to finish the play and not let him go for a touchdown.
There's a 40-yard pickup. First down and 10.
I like the way Simmons throws the football. He has a strong arm.
A little authority on that.
Yes, he does.
Carolina blitzing, and they got to Simmons at the 35. David Thornton, the top tackler on the team, coming into the game.
Yeah, what they're doing, Mark, is they're moving their linebackers before the snap of the ball. They're bringing Thornton outside on the edge and bringing him off the corner away from the running back, where the running back would normally pick him up. And that's a problem created because the running back's concerned about helping Smith, the offensive tackle, on Julius Peppers. So basically, he's coming free. All he has to do is go in and tackle the guy.
And he made the play that time, setting up 2nd down and 17 now. Batted at the line of scrimmage and picked off. Quincy Monk with the Carolina interception. The 2nd interception of the day thrown by Clemson quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think big Dante Coates got his big paw up there, smacked the ball. I'm sure he has Wilson tattooed on his palm right now. You see 94. Understanding, get his hands up. That's it. Got his hands up. Hit the ball. Easy interception for Monk. Secure that football, linebacker. Simmons comes in and shows some toughness, though, making a tackle. Attaboy. Come in there and get your neck roll on.
1st down and 10, and that's Williams. The flag down.
34, Andre Williams.
And Clemson in trouble, big time. Number 15 in the country, the Clemson Tigers, who came into this game after 2 consecutive wins, 2 impressive wins, right now on the ropes.
Illegal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty and repeat 1st down.
One of the few miscues today by that Carolina offense. Darian Durant in at quarterback. Came in completing 59% of his passes. That percentage shooting skyward right now, and Bowden trying to figure out what to do. 1st down and 15. Another flag down. Williams down at the 29.
Got a good tackle by the offensive lineman right there.
Let's go to Reese in the studio.
All right, Mark, Georgia and Kentucky, and the Dogs are rising up. 22-14, David Green going to scramble, and suddenly David Green, shades of Andy Johnson, down the sidelines into the house for the Dogs, and they go for 2 to try to tie the game, and a weapon to tie it in is Randy McMichael. You see him in motion, and got it, tied at 22.
All right, Reese, and the big Dogs finally off the porch. 1st and 25. Carolina moving in the opposite direction. Williams with another prolific day running the ball. Williams out to the 38, tackled by Braxton Williams.
Shows nice vision, cutback on the draw play, and also the presence of mind to stay in bounds.
A pickup of 22 yards for Andre Williams, who's run the ball 17 times today, Chris, for a total of, well, 76 yards now. 19 rushes.
You know, the one thing I'd like to see North Carolina do is start running that play clock down a little bit. Don't snap the ball till there's 2 seconds to go. You know what you're going to do. You're going to run it anyway and be conservative.
And there they go again. That's Jock Lewis, the 3rd-string tailback in. And that Clemson defense has been on the field for a long time today, a very long time. Carolina winning the battle of time of possession.
They've dominated the 2nd half. Remember, Mark, the last 2 games, Clemson has scored a total of 8 touchdowns in the 2nd half. They've been neutralized. Their offense is the best defense because they keep Clemson's offense out the field. They're controlling the football. You see the play clock. Let it down. Let it down to 2 seconds. Take your time.
Darian Durant, the quarterback, milking those seconds off the clock right now. And this is Lewis again. Brought down near the line of scrimmage, and get on your thinking caps, because here's the Aflac trivia question. Which former Clemson All-American defensive back is to be inducted into College Football Hall of Fame? Your answer is Terry Kennard.
That's a good player. Yeah, good pro, too. Very good pro.
Did you play with him at all?
No.
No, never did, right?
Actually, Terry, that's a great honor to be able to go into the College Football Hall of Fame. What a tremendous honor. We had Brad Van Pelt from Michigan State also getting inducted last year.
Just recently over the middle, complete to Zach Hilton, the tight end.
You know, Durant's making it look too easy. And believe me,
isn't he?
If you're a young quarterback out there, it's not this easy. But he's making it look this easy.
It is going to be tough to keep number 11 off the field in the future. And you look at the statistics of his makeup, 5'11", 226 pounds, a lot of upper body strength. And today, 10 for 10 passing, 90 yards, and a touchdown pass.
He's not as good as a runner as Curry, but he runs well enough to gain positive yardage and be aware of where he's going, and he runs with a little bit of power.
Continuing, Chris, to make it look easy, complete to Corey Bailey. That's 11 consecutive complete passes.
You know, the marked improvement that he had, I saw him play against Oklahoma. Now, the marked improvement that he's had from that game to this game is just astounding. And that just comes with experience. You saw in that game, if you watched North Carolina earlier, just each game he keeps getting better and better and better, and obviously more accurate with his throws. And that comes from knowing the offensive.
Darian Durant making a homecoming of sorts, and you would bet that the people at home very much proud of him today, those who are closest to him. This is Lewis again, down to the 36, and let's go down to Holly.
I am standing by with some very proud parents. As you said, Darian Durant making a homecoming. He's from South Carolina. And Dad, Israel, have you been surprised at your son's performance? He's so young, but playing with so much composure.
No, I'm not surprised at how well Darian is playing.
Has he always had this certain toughness and leadership quality about him?
Yeah, he has. He's always been a kid who you could depend on, no matter how tough the situation was.
What has his thoughts been as he's been splitting time with Ron Curry this year? Has he talked to you about how difficult that's been or how hard it has been to stay focused in practice?
Well, it's difficult, but he's handling it well. Whatever's good for the team, he feels is good for him also.
Seems like this North Carolina team has had a certain toughness to them. And Mom, Betty, you're standing by, and you said you've got a little 16-year-old linebacker. You like this toughness the defense is playing with, and do you want your little 16-year-old to come to Carolina?
No.
He's too young for that yet.
He's undecided right now. Yeah, he's undecided, but he's doing well, and that's all that matters right now.
And how about your son, Darian? Are you surprised at how well he's taken to this offense and the completions he's had today?
Yes, he's doing really well. I'm very proud of my baby, and he's doing really well. He's really playing his heart out.
How many neighbors did you bring with you?
We have about 30 people here, about 30.
Okay.
Family and friends.
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations on a good performance in front of the neighborhood, huh?
Thank you.
All right, Holly almost got a commitment out of his brother. What about that, huh?
Holly's going to be wearing that Carolina blue.
Darian Durant from nearby Florence, South Carolina. As you heard Holly report in that interview with his folks, some 30 people here watching him perform and making them all happy and proud today.
He's still Mom's baby, though.
She did say baby, yeah.
Still, he's like, Mom, shut up, Mom. Don't call me baby. The boys are watching.
Take a little heat for that after the game. Here's Williams putting the heat on the Clemson defense. Stopped on a dime, didn't leave the Tigers any change in a late flag. John Bunting and his coaching staff have put together a masterpiece of a game plan today.
Yeah, John Bunting right there is telling Andre, go ahead and get down. Keep that clock running.
They went for it on 4th down and got the first down if this play stands.
From the end of the run, and it's a first down.
Adding a little insult to injury. A face mask putting the nose of the ball on the 16-yard line. 422 total yards for North Carolina, close to eclipsing the 477 they had last week against Virginia.
There's a product of their offense for 3 straight games. They've gone over 400 yards. It's a young line come together, everybody come together and finally understand this is what needs to be done.
Williams on the 10th play of the drive runs it between the tackles, brought down near the line of scrimmage. As we approach 7 minutes to play in the 4th quarter, North Carolina, should they hang on, would improve to 5-3 on the season with 5 consecutive wins, and the Heisman hopes of #1 Woodrow Dantzler have pretty much been shattered today by the North Carolina defense. But it's not going to faze #1 much because he's a team player and he's very much a reluctant hero in the spotlight as it pertains to the Heisman Trophy. He puts the emphasis on team, to his credit. Second down and 9 for Carolina. This is Lewis. Brought down by Polk on the play as the clock continues to run down on the Tigers. They made him a pocket passer today, the offense or the defense?
To me, Mark, and look, I just watched the game last week. I watched the film, and he was most effective when he was outside the pocket where the option to run and pass. Today, it looked like a lot of the play calling, just from this point of view, was he was a pocket passer. He's not as effective as a pocket passer as he is on the move, where he has the option to run and throw. He puts more pressure on the defense when he's outside the pocket.
Another play in this long, arduous drive. Lewis brought down for a loss, about 1 on the play. Number 3, Eric Meekins.
And you know, Mark, the future looks bright for this offense. First of all, you only have 1 senior on that offensive line. The rest are not juniors. They're sophomores and freshmen.
Wow.
You got Dancer, a freshman. Andre Williams, a sophomore. Bosley Allen's a junior. He'll be back. Aiken's a junior. And that might have been a problem early in the year because of their youth. But they got valuable experience against good football teams. They lost to 3 top 15 football teams now.
And those were no scrubs that they lost to early. And to attempt a field goal now is Jeff Reed. And he is right down Main Street. Good for 32 yards out, and it has been a perfect day for the boys in Carolina blue. Teasing. First down and 10, meanwhile, for Clemson on offense. Simmons incomplete for Rambert. One of those defining moments for Carolina was the Florida State game. That's where they defeated the number 5 team then in the country and made a big statement as to their livelihood and their lifeblood. It was still pumping through their veins. Williams with some big plays, Aiken with some big plays, and then the upset, and the goalpost came down in Chapel Hill, 41-9, and that has vaulted them now to what will be 5 consecutive wins, barring, well, a near impossible comeback by Clemson. Especially the way they're dropping these footballs. Derek Hamilton, the intended receiver. First 3 games, Chris, much different from the last 5 now.
Well, the big thing is that turnovers force you have 10-3 compared to the first 3 games. And second half points, I mean, just a total turnaround. And John Bunting told us earlier in the week that his teams played well at times against those 3 losses that they had, but they didn't finish the ball game. Now, when they go on this 4-game winning streak, they've learned how to finish and play all the way through the game.
Turnovers forced a big factor too, and well, the Bowden's having a tough time against North Carolina teams. Bobby Bowden's team losing, and Tommy Bowden, his son's team. So the Bowdens collectively will be outscored up to now 79-12 by North Carolina. Well, this is the fewest points since October 17th, 98 at Florida State for Clemson. Fourth down and 1.
I don't think John Bunting will be invited to that Bowden family reunion every year.
No. Under 5 minutes to play, and Clemson gets the first down. And a rather, well, derisive cheer coming from the stands.
Carolina has their second front 7 in. Getting some valuable experience, letting them get a piece of the rock.
First and 10 for Clemson from the 30. Simmons complete to Reams. He has another first down for the Tigers. They're close to the marker. Hey, today 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Stanford against Oregon on ABC, as well as Colorado against Texas, North Carolina State against Georgia Tech, and Penn State against number 20 Northwestern. Check your local listings for the game in your area.
Coach Paterno still going for that win. Elusive win at that.
Yeah, very, very much so. First down and 10. Simmons out of the backfield, incomplete. Intended for Rambert.
Rambert's got to keep running. Simmons let him. That's what he's saying. Bernard, keep running, buddy. I'll get the ball to you. Keep running.
You know, John Bunting stresses pace in his practices, and you can tell that it carries over the way that they've been playing, especially the last 5 games.
The way they've been playing on both, especially in the trenches, both their offensive and defensive line, really throwing the first punch, getting off first, being able to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Quick slant complete, meanwhile, to Aries Curry, brought down by Kevin Knight. Under 4 minutes to play now. Curry, a speedster, the state high school 100-meter champion. Guy's quicker than gossip. 3 years running he won the title. 3rd down and 3. Simmons down to the 34-yard line, has the 1st down, brought down by Robert Harris. Holly, what's up?
You're talking about the turnaround in the season for North Carolina. Well, it started early on this year. John Bunting, when he came in, thought that there had been a perception over the years that North Carolina was soft, whether it was the light blue uniforms or the attitude of the team. So he hired a new strength coach. Under every T-shirt or under every jersey, they wear a shirt that says hard. They worked on their bodies and their mind, having a more aggressive and tough attitude. It's paying off today.
It sure is. They have been very strong on the field. Nothing soft about their approach today.
Number 16, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
The ACC picture in the standings this year. Who would have ever thought Maryland would be 4-0 in the conference and 6-0 overall at this point?
Yeah, people had Georgia Tech, Florida State, Clemson up there. Maryland's in control of their own destiny. Yeah, they got a win over North Carolina.
The Terps have flipped the script on everybody.
A running game.
2nd down and 10 for Simmons. Fires high and almost had his receiver decapitated. Reeves, the intended receiver. North Carolina now with 5 consecutive wins will move on to its next challenge. That'll be November 1st. They'll have a week off, a bye week, and then be in Atlanta to take on Georgia Tech.
Some tough road games, but I'll tell you, if they get past Georgia Tech, what a turnaround that would be, because they do have a pretty good chance. I would think they'd go in favored against Wake Forest, Duke, and SMU. Great job. Leadership. Mark, leadership's all about when things are rough, can you hang together and keep competing? And Carolina's certainly done that.
Carolina coming on a blitz. Incomplete, intended for McKelvey.
Brought a safety blitz that time. Coach Tenuta still bringing the heat. Waddell doing a nice job today. Matching up man-to-man. Dexter Reed coming on a safety blitz. Took a little long to develop. Didn't time it the way he wanted to, but enough to get pressure on and force a overthrow.
And Reed, number 24, Chris, he was coming with bad intentions that time.
He's had some bad intentions today. He put the face on some people today.
It's the 12th play of the Clemson drive. Under 3 minutes to play in the game. They bring pressure off the corner this time, and it's almost intercepted in the secondary by Curry. And North Carolina takes over on downs. North Carolina has lit up Clemson today, 38-3. We'll be back.
Atmosphere, said Chris, I know they're ready. There's a guy that knows his football team, because he's exactly right. They were ready to play today.
And number 11 is 11 of 11 today. 97-yard pass and a touchdown toss as well. Parker brought down for a loss of about 2. Now, Chris, here's what I'm wondering. Do you think North Carolina gets ranked next week, even though they're only, and I say only 5-3, and they've lost to 3 of the top teams in the country?
I think just the fact of who they lost to, you're talking about Texas and Oklahoma and Maryland, undefeated team, only 1 loss between them. I think certainly that they deserve some consideration. I'd rank them to come in and beat the 15th ranked team in their own house against a Heisman Trophy candidate, and not just beat them, but dominate them. They deserve to be ranked, in my mind, at least in the top 25, absolutely.
There was no magic or smoke bombs and mirrors involved today. It was hat-on-hat football. 1:39 to play.
See right there, they got beat by Oklahoma at Oklahoma, which is a tough place to play. At Maryland, ranked 14th in Texas. I mean, at the time, Oklahoma was 3rd and Texas was 6th. You're talking about teams that certainly are powerful football teams, and they're all on the road.
Yeah, 17-1 those teams combined. Landon Mariani in at quarterback now for North Carolina. They punt. Carolina ruining Clemson's homecoming when we come back. They deserve to be cheesing for the cameras today. 1st down and 10 for Clemson. Crosby near first down. Carolina, the first team in ACC history to win 5 consecutive games after an 0-3 start.
Again, a credit to the leadership. It starts with Coach Bunning, down to Coach Tenuta, Coach Tranquil, the coordinators, and the seniors on that football team have responded well to adversity. There's not that many of them, but those seniors really stepped up and took a leadership role.
Incomplete at the 40-yard line, intended for Raines, and Curry put a hat on him just to make sure.
Yeah, Raines got a little bit of alligator arm right there. You never got those alligator arms, did you, Mark?
No.
All right.
Just make the catch. I'll take
You got to make the catch and take the hit. Got short arms all of a sudden.
For the Tigers at the 36.
3rd down and 10 at the 36, North Carolina. Hey, man, with the biggest turnaround since Paul on the road to Damascus.
Yeah.
3rd down and 10. Simmons almost picked off and then almost caught by Crosby. Holly Rowe, what's up on the sidelines?
Hey guys, it may not be a billboard in Times Square, but this is the Heisman hype for Julius Peppers. They say that he is the sack attack and stop me if you can. That seems to be the case today. He's certainly been very active in the backfield. But the good news, he did send a letter to Matt Doherty, the basketball coach, that was read at Midnight Madness. The crowd went wild when Julius Peppers told the coach that he will be suiting up in basketball uniform pretty soon.
Wow, I'm sure that's good news for Coach Doherty and the basketball crew. A pretty good forward on the Tar Heel hoop team. Had one of the best dunks I'd seen all year last season. Incomplete. It's been that type of day for Clemson. Jackie Robinson, the intended receiver.
That's at least 10 drops today, Mark. You're not going to win any football game. I don't care what you're doing, what the score is. You still got to catch and execute. Keep your head up, young man. That's a good pass. Made a nice throw, long throw on the outcut.
Simmons and his co-quarterback, Woody Dantzler, will surely bounce back next week, though. Coming up tonight on ESPN2, more college football for you at 5:45 Eastern. Air Force against BYU. And Staley back in the box for the Cougs, and LSU taking on Mississippi State at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific on ESPN2.
Best formation in football for some of you, the victory formation. Take a knee.
Can't see that enough if you're a head coach or a victorious quarterback.
That's right.
John Bunting, you could tell that his team was geeked up for this one. They are just brimming, rife with confidence right now. Said they needed to grow up after the Texas loss. Well, you know what? They've grown up leaps and bounds. Curry, Peppers, Durant, and Cast and crew lead North Carolina to their 5th consecutive victory. Spoiling homecoming for Clemson in 2001 and snapping their 2-game losing